So my name's Andy Otte, and I got into the car business in 2012. I've been at Honda of Lincoln since 2017. We moved to DriveCentric about 3 years ago and have been very happy with it. As a sales manager, some of the things I get the most benefit out of, it's just been a lot more reliable and easy for me to use when it comes to not only helping our staff and seeing how they're using it and seeing maybe some places that we could help coach them to do better. But also, being a sales manager, I should lead by example, which means I should be using the tool and with the customers. And so that's also been really cool is, I've been able to figure out how to take a video with the app and send a video to the customers. And I'm confirming appointments by video in this tool, in DriveCentric. So those are things that have been really nice, and really you can see the customers appreciate that type of stuff. Some other things is, we're looking at our buckets every day. Just the whole way that as a manager that I can, it's just very intuitive for me. Down the left column, I am able to see if we have any communication that's gotten aged, and I am able to directly reach out to the salesperson to say, you've got someone you haven't responded to now, it's been an hour, that's a fumble. They know when Andy's calling them, sometimes I'm gonna say fumble is my first word to them. Again, the intuitiveness of it for me, I'm able to go in and really quickly get a grasp of what's going on with that customer and the salesperson. So all of those things, when you're busy doing other things, you want your tool to be easy. And that's one of the things I've really enjoyed about it and gotten benefit from. I'm a fairly strong user of any tool that we get. I try to do my best and use it. So in deciding which CRM to switch to, because we weren't happy with our provider we had at the time, if my memory serves me, it actually was another member of our team that ran into you guys at probably NADA, is what I'm thinking. But we were just open to shopping and had several that had not worked out, several CRMs that we just weren't happy with. And so we were looking, but you're always looking at it kind of with taking everything with a grain of salt and cautiously optimistic, right? Because you hear promises out there from other companies. So we heard from DriveCentric, and again, this was a while ago, so it's the best of my memory. But honestly, Steve played a big role in that because he's a good salesperson and he believes in it, right? That's a quality that as a sales manager you can pick up on. And we'd also been through enough CRMs, we felt like we had a pretty good list of questions. Steve and the team here seemed to really answer the questions better than anyone we'd ever heard. And we just looked at it as, there are definitely cheaper options out there, but for what we're trying to do, we don't want to be average at Honda of Lincoln. So it's an investment, right? And so we really just weighed that out. The other thing that we were both promised from Steve and the DriveCentric team, and then that has absolutely come to pass, and this is really different, was the customer service side of it. Number one, the DriveCentric product almost always works. It is software. And so the few times that we run into a glitch here and there, I just message and get a member of the team that's assigned to me. I know their names, they know me. They're responding to me within 5 minutes, maybe worst case scenario in most cases. And they have always solved the problem. So that was explained to us very well, how that would work before we decided to sign on. And then the very nice thing is that promise has been delivered on, and that's been another major difference between this tool and others that we had signed up on in the past, where you're doing your best to decipher whether or not they're gonna fulfill the promises they're making in the sales pitch. In this case, it truly happened. So our partnership with DriveCentric differs from other vendors that we have in really some key areas in my opinion. Number one, I mentioned previously customer service. I have many times chatted with customer service if I have a question or a problem. And it's frustrating, but almost every time I've had a problem, guess whose fault it is? It's the user. I was goofing something up, right? But customer service has been great. That's a major difference between DriveCentric and not only previous CRMs that we've used, but certain, vendors that we're using now for software and various things. A great example is why I'm in this interview right now is their DC20 that you do. I'm a big believer in going out and learning and going to 20 groups and networking, which is something you preach at your event. And learning, it's an ability to learn when you go, or that's what you should treat it as, right? If you treat it right when you go. That has been outstanding and is unlike any other software partner that we have that I can think of, where you can go and not only meet with your product, but you can meet with other dealers, learn from them, learn best practices, and that has been a lot of fun and super good for me and for our store. How I manage my team is I can go into the software and I'm able to see at a glance if there's communication that hasn't been followed up on. And I really work specifically with a certain group. We split our sales team into teams. And so I'm able to look at my team members and see if there's any balls being dropped there, right? What I'm able to do is, and what I do is I can go in and I can actually message them directly, the salesperson, and let them know, hey, what's going on here? I need you to do this, please do that. And it's a great way to tag them and get their attention, right? But the other thing that I'm able to do is I'm able to just jump in myself. So the most common way that I use that is on a salesperson's day off or they're on vacation. I'm looking at communications to them from customers. They were not expecting it, but customers reach out to you whenever they're ready. And so that's an opportunity for me to then hop in and I can text, email, pick up the phone, and send a video and just say, hey, this is Andy Otte. I'm the sales manager here. So-and-so is out of town today or they're off today, and then address whatever their question is. That's been, most customers just love that. As long as I'm identifying myself as not them, right? But that's been super nice because it allows our staff to, our salespeople, to really kind of relax more on their time off. Sales people have a tough job, in my opinion. When they have downtime, we're trying to do our best to allow them to enjoy it and reset and refresh. When they come back, they're ready to go. So.